office. I'm going to record the interview so that I can, yes, to publish on the YouTube channel a little later. Just a little bit of editing sometimes. I tell people that doing an interview, the file, live interviews, it takes about 4 hours for me to do all the time, because there's work on both sides, both times, right? At the beginning and the front. It's okay. It's not like I don't have anything else to do. All right. I'll tell you a little story. You'll understand this. I was very sad. I got a phone call to do a survey with the city I live. And I said, oh, I thought I could answer questions. I couldn't comprehend all the statements, and I couldn't figure out whether I wanted to say agree or not agree, because I couldn't make any sense of the questions they were hearing. Oh, I was so I did the interview, and then yes, but it would be easier if it was I could read it too. It was just on the phone, then it was gimber shit.
It's got your fault. It
was just gimber shit. So then anyway, so I phoned back to the city. I said, you don't do the results of this, because it's wrong. I don't know if I said what I wanted to say. So I was very sad. Yeah. Oh yes, when this, I just saw this, please send a link when we're finished, for sure. I will do once. It takes a long time to upload these things. It would be about 2 hours after, and then I will put on, and then you put it on your Facebook page and things, and yeah, this is very good. I shouldn't be smoking in my house. This is terrible. This is gross. I shouldn't do this. No, I didn't smoke. I think about a year ago, I started smoking back in my house. I used to just smoke on my porch. And then this is a very bad habit that I've now with no smoking. I have to quit. I've had a fucking stroke, David. I shouldn't be smoking. All right. All right. Just one more thing. Okay. All right, here we go. Okay.
等一下啊，
All right. Hello, everyone. This is Tara Livingston, and this is Stroke of Genius, a memoir. Today, we're doing a live interview with the lovely David Kilbride in Wales, and I want to, just before we start, so I did a little clip, if you've seen it before, advertising the event, and he sounded lots of different than what he is doing today. So it seems that today he is Chinese and having a little bit of gibberish. So I'm hoping that the screen is also showing the chat, because he's going to have to type his responses. So David, let everybody say hello to everyone.
先我们去经过。
All right, this is very good. I have no idea what you said, but it's okay. This is we can manage this. And just to let everybody know, his voice might come back. This is part of the condition. He has no idea when his regular voice will come back. And so he says hello. So you have, David, foreign accent syndrome, also under the umbrella of functional neurological disorder. And for it seems that is it 2019? It was, you had 2019, and you started having symptoms, and you had seizures. Is this right? Okay. But they found that you don't have epilepsy, so they don't know the reason that you have the seizures. Okay. And then your accent started around 2019, but then there was another event in 2022. I mean 2020.
1、2、3、4、5、
My accent started as a pre-symptom of an NAEA. I don't know what this is. Neurological something, I would guess. No? Non-epileptic attack. Okay. All right. So my daddy had epilepsy. He used to have grand mal such seizures, and they were very big and hard on his body, because everything goes, all of your muscles, everything seizes, and it's very, very difficult. He felt, yes, it's very I have a story about my daddy. He was shaving in the bathroom, and he had the seizure, and he broke the toilet with his head. Like, he broke the tank off the toilet. It was very bad. So I understand. And then when you come back after a seizure, were you confused?
이게 아무 지그시 지금 오프지가 아무 지가 아니야.
Okay, so not really. So when you came out of you know what has happened. Okay.
Yeah.
So you understand this. All right. So the seizures were happening, and that at the same time were happening with your accent. And so today we are introducing you to as somebody, I think it sounds like very Chinese right today. Yes. And then you have when I spoke to you on Monday, I could still hear Welsh. So yes, so it was with difficulty speaking, but I could hear Welsh. So you have, so what other accents do your poor partner wake up with?
이샤 오후 이가 오시 어머시 이시가 후fu 오시가 뭐 아까지 어머샤 이시고 뭐 오시 그치 이 오시가 오시 안 무티 그슈fu 안지고 뭐
Okay, French, German, Slavic, Russian, Asian, Oriental. Oh my goodness. You're just
So
you're just traveling the world every morning. This is very good. So I want to tell everyone that you have a lovely partner, who is she's much smarter than both of us together, and she's I want to get this. She's a biomedical scientist and does sequencing on viruses and bacteria. So but she's not with you right now. She's at work right now. Yes. Okay. All right. So it's helpful that you have a loving, supporting woman who can understand how to. And she doesn't understand the words I see. I know, it's very, it's.
第个for新定控 for 第种么几公 for 是几公 for 是几公么是那么我就搞一下嘛。
You understand the tone of the language. Yes. Okay. Yeah. So I want to ask you some questions that makes me a little curious. So when you're talking right now, you know in your brain what you want to say. because you can type it. Okay. So, but when you're typing, you're talking, and it's gibberish that I can hear the gibberish. Do you hear the gibberish?
Ici 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 dice un po' di occasione ici ici come di che come pochi oshiko oshi omokoshi oski omotika asijama.
You hear the gibberish, but I have no control over what I'm saying. Yes. Yes. Okay. My goodness. So I know that your oldest son just got married recently. Yes. So you had a lot of events that you were going at, around this. How was your speech while you were doing this? I'm asking if there is a connection between being nervous and having new strangers that you're introduced.
Iti oku otishi imoto akeno ishi konfu ichi ku cinco i oshiko enfant uti kuchi ochiko ichika shishu is issue.
Oh, there is definitely a connection between strong emotions, positive or negative. Yes. Oh, this is interesting. I found this is for the same. I'm just making a little comparison. When I'm also very happy, when I'm with lots of people that's loving and it's beautiful, then my speech gets more jumbled. Yes. Oh, so there is a connection between the accent and the way that we speak is and emotions. Yes, this is, and I want to. It was your youngest that you got that he got married, not your oldest. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So this could happen when you're happy, or if you're sad or depressed, then your speech gets worse.
Ici aussi ici ici comme ici
From the bedroom to the boardroom. Nice. I could make a whole bunch of jokes right now, but I'm going to keep this PG. Oh my goodness. It's funny, but not only the speech, but all aspects of the FND. Yes. So because you have other symptoms besides the speech, and so you have twitching, like in your body. So shaking, yes.
一下我个一起是
Dystonia.
you
You are,
一起是个
and are you in the pain? Are you in pain? Not too bad.
一起是我这个啊是我这个嘛。
Um, and you said I want to tell people that with your permission, David, I'm going to help tell your story a little bit. If this is okay, just because I don't understand Chinese, so I can't always understand. So, so before this condition start, David was an artist, and he worked with leather, and he was making things like purses and bags and wallets, and he was working a lot with leather, and he understand. No, I'm sorry, that it's big machinery to use leather to the cutting. Oh, that's okay, David. I'm just telling the story about you working with leather before as an artist. Yes, but the tools are very very sharp, that you could. Yes, you could. Yes, you told me that you actually did. You took the tip of your finger off with the knife. Yes, ooh, yes, it would be awful. And I remember, and you told me, you said something interesting, that because it's so sharp, you don't even know that it would be slicing your skin. Yes, because it's that sharp. But you had to stop doing this because you don't trust your body anymore to be able to use this kind of equipment. You could hurt yourself a lot doing this kind of work. Yeah. And so you still have do some of your art, and I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to show. Oh my goodness, David, you're so talented. I'm very happy to show these beautiful things. And you said, but you're not doing anything for sale right now. You're doing things like our cards, like so smaller projects for personal. Okay. What kind of okay, I'm going to see if I can share my screen and put it in the red place. Let me do this. Yes. Yeah. So there we go. This is the Maiden of the Sun. It's so beautiful, David. Just so good. Yeah. Okay. And where this all right. And then, oh my goodness, this is so. What me? Oh, wait. I'm going to say. I'm going to do something very I wanted to sound something very smart in artist, but I don't. What kind of medium do you, is it pen or pencils? What you doing?
这是故事符嘛下。
So beautiful. Oh my God, look at this. This looks like what's it called? Mandela? I don't have the patience to do any of these kind of thing. I'm just so beautiful. Oh my goodness, look at this. This looks like a creation. And it's called Home. Oh my goodness, that's so beautiful. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Out of the ocean. I love this. Oh my goodness, in all black and white. This is so the dragon gate. It is so intricate. Intricate is the word I was trying to find. That is, oh my, this is, I'm in awe of your talent. This is very nice. Oh, I love the gate to Wales. I love this. Oh my goodness. There you go. I think we should have this actually by the entrance to have. That's very beautiful. All right. Oh my goodness. It's so beautiful. Oh, so the art you're doing now is a lot simpler. Okay. So I'm going to because while I was showing this, I couldn't see the chat. So I want to just say that you do 8 by 6 inches, so smaller ones, and use pencils primarily with an 0.1 millimeter drawing pen. Oh my goodness. It sounds like you could also cut yourself with that. It's very tiny. Yes, and I love that gate to Wales to let me find this again. I want to share this again. It's so beautiful. All right. Where'd this go? Look at this. Oh my goodness, it's so beautiful. It's so intricate, and you would like to have this on the bridge towards where Wales is. Would you make it in iron? Oh, it does. It takes so the concentration is very hard over a few hours. It takes a lot of time of you. Hey, and let's talk about being tired. Oh, iron and brass and copper. You have a whole vision for these. So it would weather when the colors change. Oh yes, yes. The brass. Brass, the copper, I actually love the color of copper when it turns green, that when it gets
一
weathered.
下这个嘛，这个过户器。
I'm not going to be able to say that word. I have foreign accent syndrome and I've had a stroke, David. What you're talking? Verdigris. Verdigris? Verdigris? What?
一下去过户一下。
Oh, verdigris. Oh, shh. Now this is what.
下这个。
Okay, look at how we're doing. Now let's get back to for me, for my condition, foreign accent syndrome and the functional neurological disorder, big symptom for me is exhaustion. Is this is like for you too? Extreme.
一下
Yeah.
一些过户这个嘛第七是个这个 official 嘛，还是一级
when it's always there. It's always there. Now, I want to say to anybody who's watching, David and I have had a whole life before having these symptoms, a normal life, doing normal things. And we've also had normal tiredness and exhaustion and different in different circumstances. We understand with this condition is that our tiredness is different. It's just now I love that you said managing spoons is one of the hardest. So I'm going to talk about the spoons theory. Thank you for mentioning this. So this managing the spoons is a theory. I can't remember the person who came up this with, but imagine that every morning you are allotted how many spoons. So let's say it's a good day. So some days you have better days and you wake up and you think, I have 12 spoons. But we also have to think about getting dressed. That's a spoon. Getting ready and getting breakfast, just the regular routine things. This costs a couple of our spoons. And so sometimes we only have 5 spoons. And the 5 spoons we have to be spent only at just doing the basics. Right? And then if we have better day, maybe we can have a shower. Then maybe that's spoons. But on a good day, like a 12 spoons day, you could go for a walk or a hike, or you could go to the shops with your partner, or you could be social with friends and family. I have enough spoons to be able to do extra social things. This is, but sometimes if we have, we think we have 12 spoons, we overdo it. And when we overdo it, we continue to trying to do the everyday things. We've depleted all of our spoons. So David, this might happen because for me, where the time zone I'm in, it's at 9 o'clock, but this is 4 p.m. for you in Wales to have this conversation. So you had to spend spoons getting to 4 o'clock, and you had some stress spoons. I always say the stress spoons are the big ladles, the big spoon ladles, and we have to account for this in the count. Stress spoons are the hungriest. Yes.
是户口记下。
Do you think that the stress spoons about having this interview has something to do with the gibberish that is happening for you right now?
是靠on for 一起阿莫西其实，而且我是一我是como o easy o como o不是como 是o easy 什么哦，我自己个我是想 on for 一
And you've also been very preparing for the son's wedding. Yes. And that could cost a lot of spoons. Yeah.
是como o da on for 我自己como我是我自己我们夫妻个阿妈自己
Oh my goodness.
哦
Yes, thank you for clarifying. The calm down is harder at times than the event. So so Monday morning at 9 o'clock my time, this is when we had our first meeting, when I could understand you and you were sounding like a Welsh person. And I also had a busy weekend. And after Monday, after this meeting, I took 2 days. Not just for you because of that interview, but I had busy day Friday and Saturday and Sunday, and then I did this, and then 2 days, and today for me this also meant no talking. I did no talking. I didn't have any conversations. I didn't even have texting or messaging conversations. I have a question for you, because it seems to me that my condition is not just what you can hear listening to me. It's also language processing. So, and any communication goes through the injury, whatever that's happening in the brain. And so it also, if I do messaging on Messenger or texting, that also costs me. Yes. Yeah. It also, even though it's not with it is the same for you. Yes, it's anything. Yes, I can type. Yes, I can make little messages. For me, there are often some wrong, but enough to make point. But that also costs my spoons. It's it costs just for having conversation on messaging, whatever. Anything. Now I told you a little story before the topping before we got on live today. David, is it okay if I share this little story I told you about the yes, sound can be a physical experience. Oh my goodness, yes. Yes,
of course, I just oh, gee,
my goodness, it is anything that, yes. I when I had a friend come after my event, which is a stroke, I would say I said no talking. I can't listen to you either. Listening just to I can't even I don't have enough energy to listen to anybody talk. For me, one of the only things that I can do is it is too much of a bombardment. Yes, it is. It's like we're being attacked by sound. I have found I'm not big with classical music, but I found for me, this is where I got some beautiful piano pieces and things. That for me, I can do not neutral. So that helps me put neutral. There's no lyrics to think about. There's no to consider. It's just a beautiful sound. That can put me to help me re-energize after I've spent a lot of my spoons. I can start going, okay, so I've had half an hour of literally just putting my brain in neutral, using some earphones, something. It's very bombardment is such a good word for the sound. It's very bad. I was telling you, David, that I had a phone call for somebody who wanting to do a survey. And I thought, oh, I have opinions. I'm okay with this. But because it was on the phone and I could only hear the question and some of the statements that they were trying to get me to respond to were 2 or 3 sentences. By the time they'd finished the questions, while the question was happening, I thought, oh yes, I agree with the statement, or I don't agree. By the time the question was answered, then I couldn't respond. I'm like, oh my God, did I agree? Did I strongly agree or somewhat agree? Like, I couldn't respond. I was lost in the words. I was heartbroken to me because I hadn't understand that my comprehension is so affected. I like to pretend that I don't have problems, and I know. Anyway, sometimes my condition comes and slaps me on the face, and just to remind me, hey, Tara, you you're not like you used to be. Now, what is so this? I think we're doing okay getting the messages together on this, considering the gibberish. Oh, gimber shit. or gibberish.
就告诉我一下。
Gibberish it. I know it's a great word. Is there anything that you wanted to tell the people watching the video that we haven't mentioned?
一些阿莫欧西西那些个莫欧西
Not really.
no 一些莫欧西我一些个一些莫一些莫欧西西莫一些个莫欧西西。我这个我这个而且我之前我这个而且我这个我是服这个而且这个这样。
It is about awareness, yes. You know, I think we'd had this conversation about answering the question. We get the question, where are you from? And you said that that people say don't ask the question. Maybe it's Wales, I don't know. And Canadian is one of the first questions out of people's mouth is, you know, I talk and a couple words that they say, where are you from? So maybe it's Welsh, but you would love to have the conversation. For me, I'm tired of having the conversation, but it's very Canadian.
一个么一个这是个一个么这是阿莫个是我是个阿嘛是一个么这个么哈就个么是。
I think I didn't see. Okay. Hi, David.
Hi. I think it's more a British thing not to ask out of politeness and not offending. But what would you say to someone like me who is talking a load of sound and no sense? And how do you then respond in a way that is understandable?
Well, I mean, like you wouldn't be able to have this conversation when you're doing the gibberish. But right now, oh my God,
No,
David,
no.
it's so nice to hear your voice. It's very nice.
It's lovely to talk again.
So I saw this was a little. I had a neighbor who was like 6'11". He was very, very tall, and he always got the question: "Did do you play basketball?" And so he he had a card, and he would just hand this card to people, and it says, "No, I don't play basketball. You know, no, I'm not a figure by the rain. No, I'm not going to help you get this off the shelf." Like all these answers to the questions. So maybe to have a card that says, "My name is David. I have a condition like this, you know, called functional neurological disorder. and sometimes my speech is garbled. You can look for information or something.
Yes, I have a couple of those cards. I mean, personally, for me, I would say to your neighbor, I hope your wife isn't a dwarf, because that's going to be difficult.
Oh my God, that's so funny. Okay. So that's now for me, now to say in the conversation, I say, I've had a stroke. I have aphasia and apraxia, which is the two parts of my speech, and foreign accent syndrome. I'm third generation Canadian. I don't have any genetics, but for some reason I sound like I might be learning English from like Polish or something. This and I've shortened it down now. And I mean, and the other thing is that I also try to be very I would like to be very clear about what I need. So I ask,
Yes.
I need you to, I have some language difficulties. Can you please slow down? Right? And so, because people are kind for the most part, people are kind and they're helpful if they can be.
Yes.
You understand? You have this, David?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Generally, people are most of us are kind, interested, and understanding after an explanation.
Yes, I think now instead of putting some specific sorry, now I'm getting tired. I can tell. Can you hear me? I'm getting tired now. You should put, if on the little card that you put, or telling people in conversation, say, well, just Google these phrases and you would find some information about the condition that I have.
If asked, I will explain a bit in not in a totally dumbed down way, but in a basic way, to convey in its simplest form. And the simplest is saying it's a bit like epilepsy, but without, but it's not, so it's similar, but it also has quite a lot of, other quirks to it. But I always direct people to neurosymptoms.org by Professor Jon Stone.
He's fabulous. Yeah.
He is. I also think one of the best out there is FND Australia. They're very, very good, short, concise videos, very, very simple to understand. FND action, and then so on and so on. But those first two I find are quite key in the world of understanding FND more than anything else.
That's fabulous. I found a couple of researcher in through NHS. I've had one or two sites that I use a lot. The other one is Cleveland Clinic. The Cleveland
Clinic. Is that That's not the Mayo Clinic, is it?
No, no,
No.
no. But it is, there's lots of information. They so a lot of people go to get diagnosed for FND in Cleveland clinic. So there's lots of resources. And for me, I have like short forms because, and about, for me, I'm an extrovert, so I like to talk about, I want people to know this thing. And
Yes.
so I can, my little short form is, you said I have seizures, but it's not epilepsy. I can say I've had a stroke and I have aphasia and apraxia. You know, so I can tell it. And then how many times, I cannot tell you how many stories that from with other people that I just met, and they say, oh, my mom has aphasia, or like, so, and so it is, it is about awareness. It is about awareness, trying to get the word out. Yes.
Yes. Because of the gibberish, it's it's very hard finding other people that are similar with that not affliction or condition, but with that well, maybe condition, you know. It's very hard to find information about what that speech is.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. I'm so like, I can't imagine, really. I can't imagine, because even when I'm tired, I can still I can get words out enough to make sense to somebody. So I can't imagine what is just doing gibberish. It must be very,
Because the other side is I will also have mutism, where I can't speak, and so just very silent for a long times, you know.
yes, I do have some this where I want to speak, and no sound comes out. Just, and it's like it's like a gate has been closed.
It won't come past the larynx. It just
Yes. Oh, yes. Yes, I did. It's only very seldom for me, but I've had this before. Yeah.
and for me, I'm aware that when I'm mute, I'm not breathing when I want to talk. So therefore, you can't make the sound, but you can't force the air through to make the sound. It's the breathing automatically stops, and won't happen whilst I try to talk.
If you watch the interview that I did with Erin Nash, she's been at this for a long time, 12 years, I think. And she had me little trick, because part that's happening is I have bronchial spasms. When my lungs do they get kind of seized up, it traps all the air in the lungs, So I can only do little breathing at the top of my lungs. And she gave me a trick and it works for me. I'm so excited. And this means that I have to, because it's a spasm, so it has to be release the spasms. So I can go like a sneeze, like a really quick. And then I can usually, within a few breaths, I can get the air flowing back again. And the other thing is that she found this out accidentally going in the hot tub right to her neck. And she got some relief. Having the larynx, everything relaxed. Yeah. We have keeping these conversations going because we're learning about from each other. We're getting
yes, very, very, very much so.
Yes. Do you have anybody that you know in Wales that you have a familiar another condition like this?
I go for specialist neurophysiotherapy every Wednesday at a place called the Morello Clinic in Newport, and I have met about four people who have FND with various symptoms.
Yeah.
But also they have had it will be five years this October I've been going, and I think they, including me, have seen about 12 patients with FND, but no one with the speech that I get. You know, lots of similar symptoms, but the speech that I get is I've not met anyone yet.
The speech, yes, I have some friends who also have FND in the city. Now the city where I'm in, Calgary, is like 1.5 million people. But it's also not close to any other city. So it's very, we have lots of space in Canada. So,
yes, very lucky.
yes, you should come from Wales and to have a visit in my beautiful Rocky Mountains. It's very close to.
It's a country that I hope one day to get to. You know,
can I tell you? Don't do a bus tour. People, they're like, oh, we'll go to Nova Scotia and we'll do a bus tour. It's to get from the new province is like 3.5 days to get from Calgary to Toronto in Ontario, and that's not coast to coast. So don't do it.
I'd like to spend months hiking around Canada, and not just Canada. You know, South America, North America, Europe, China, Asia, you know, Africa. There's so many places to be appreciated at a slower pace, and to really experience and live in those countries.
You can be any. You're always welcome, is what I want to say.
Thank you.
Okay, so I think it's been 10 o'clock. and I think we did all right with our
We
gibberish
got
list. But oh my goodness, I'm so happy that your voice, where everybody got to hear your actual voice speaking. But I also thank you for sharing the gibberish because it's important.
very much so. Very much so. It's not a comfortable sharing, but it's a necessary sharing.
That's right. All right. So we're going to stop the recording and get off live right now. If you've made it to this far, please, if you could just take a moment to subscribe to my channel, which is Stroke of Genius, a memoir. Because I think I'm hilarious, David.
Yeah, so do I, but Joe doesn't think so either. So, you know.
It's funny. Oh, anyway, and then comment on the videos. This helps. That helps me. So the rest of the recording will be in a couple hours, and then you can by the time it goes there, you will be back on your pajamas.
Oh yes.
Yes.
In about 10 minutes.
In about 10 minutes. That's right. Oh my gosh, David, thank you so much sharing this time. It's been beautiful.
Not a problem, Tara. And if you want to chat again, just let me know.
For sure. Let's do this again. All right. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.
Goodbye, everyone.